So we have 84 new media films from 17 countries. When you get the program guide, please look inside for our sponsors. Most of them have been around since the first year. This year we added Fox as one of our judges, and that's because ILM got bought out by Disney, but he said, don't worry, I think they're going to hire me back. So Pixar is one of our judges. Every time you submit, we accept submissions year-round. Right now we have 17 categories. We honor stories worth telling, and because we have 17 categories, that is our new media side, so those will change as the ebb and flow of new media changes. What I'd like to ask you to do is those with badges, please support your other filmmakers. We start programming at 9:30 in the morning. It is our web series programming. I don't know if any of you remember Saturday morning cartoons, but I honestly think web series are the new TV sort of Saturday morning cartoons, even though they're live action. Some people ask me, how did New Media Film Festival begin? And I tell them the story about how for the umpteenth time in Hollywood, anyone who lives in Hollywood will laugh, I got asked to do something for free. Does that happen to any of you out there? Now, I don't mind that, but this was in a consecutive row, and I believed in what they were talking about. And it involved the United Nations and Wagner and the Millennium Project. And I said, look, I really love what you're doing, but I don't want to do all this work and build an infrastructure for you, and then you go in a house and I sort of lose this instant family. So I said, let me get back to you. And I went home and I said, okay, they're talking about story and how the stories that you choose to tell and the stories you choose to watch really do encode yours and our future. So I suggested to them that I create a film festival based on my experiences with 2 film commissions back east, and that we would give back, and we would honor story worth telling, so that's why we're here today. So I thought. This past week, as you can imagine, was really busy with deliverables for the festival. Some of you got calls at midnight from me. About a week ago, I got a phone call that no one likes to hear. My dad got put on the terminal list. So that meant he's not going to be around, and he's not in this state, and I can't see him till the show wraps. But I know he gets it, and we're all cool. But I started reflecting, and I realized that my mom died when I was 16, and she had a vivaciousness about life, and she had honest communication. And so for her, I honor stories worth telling. For my dad, he brought me and gave me eclectic experiences, and he taught me infinite possibilities. He would throw me into situations and say, you'll figure it out. And I did. So then 2 days later, I get a call from our artistic director, David Kleiler, who's 72 years old, and has believed in me and us and you since the beginning. He got dizzy spells, went to the hospital and dislocated his shoulder. And then 2 days, so for now, I want to dedicate the festival to my mom and dad. And then David Kleiler, who helped explicitly this year pick the grand prize winner. So I thought, okay, smooth sailing now, we'll get through the festival. 2 days ago, my mother's sister, my Aunt Diane, the Norman Rockwell aunt that has been my rock in this world, notified me that she has breast cancer. So when I get back, we'll figure out how bad, how deep the surgery has to go. So I like to look at the upswing in life. And one, of course, it'll bring our family even closer together. But then I said, hey, we have an opera singer singing tonight. And my mom and my aunt are, yes, you do, he's coming up. And they are 100% Italian. And the opera singer is singing Bellini. So I'm going to ask him to dedicate that song to my aunt, because I don't know how deep, how bad, how long, how detrimental this particular cancer is. So I'm a producer and a casting director, and I love discovering talent. And I got invited to a 21-year-old's birthday party, and he sang, and this is him. And I went, wow. Even before I knew, he sang at Carnegie Hall. So you're in a treat. Let's all welcome Charles Eliasch.
Ma rendi pur contento della mia bella il cuore ti perdono amore se lieto il mio non è gli affanni suoi pavento più degli affanni miei perché più vivo in lei di quel ch'io vivo in me di quel ch'io vivo in me di quel ch'io vivo